He's like, would you hit though? Bruh, the thing is, bruh, she don't even look ugly, bro. That's the thing.
All right, Orylan.
Yes.
Orylan.
Oh,
Tell me about your childhood. You grew up
she
where?
look wild.
I grew up in a small town
She look
called
crazy,
Cedar,
bruh.
Texas. I was born in a smaller town called Victoria, Texas, and population like less than 2,000 people, just about. Moved to Corpus Christi when I was a little bit older, and yeah, that brings me. I live in Houston, Texas currently, though.
Oh, she
And
look
tell me about your family.
wild, bro.
So family, I grew up with all my family. Most people look at me and they believe I was abandoned. I don't have any family or I'm not loved or anything. I had my whole family. My whole family has been in my life. Grandma, Papa, everybody's still alive, thank God. So very supportive, very loving family. A few not so supportive. Grew up really Christian. So I do believe in God. People don't think I do. I look like a demon to most people.
Right.
Now that you would look at me, I look like a vampire, demon, or whatever somebody would want to call me.
Yo.
But I grew up Christian, so yeah.
So pretty good childhood, sounds like.
Pretty good childhood, yeah. People don't think so.
She
People
look wild,
think about the
nigga.
stigmas of just looking like this, or even having tattoos simply that
Oh, but
you have to
body
be.
modification.
Yeah, body
kind of-
modifications in general, that you have to be abandoned or not loved or hurt. But for me, that wasn't it. That
Yo,
the
Rue,
more
what's good
hurting in
with
my
you,
life
bro?
happened later.
You finished high school?
I finished high school. I
What's
graduated
good,
high
man?
school
Welcome in, Rue.
2017. I'm about to be 23 in April. So yeah, graduated high school.
After high school, you did what?
So after high school, I lived in Corpus Christi till high school, and then my dad agreed to let me move in with him, and he lives in Houston, Texas. So at 18, he bought me my first car, and I moved in with him. I had planned to go to college. He wanted me to be a nurse. He's like,
This girl's
you're not
wild,
gonna do anything
bruh.
good unless you go to college. You have to go to college to be successful. That college equals success, equals the cookie cutter life, which I never wanted to live ever in my life. But that's what he told me. That's the only way I'll live, or I'll be homeless and I'll have nothing.
And you showed me a photo of yourself
Yes, I did.
from just a couple of years ago.
Yes,
And you looked very different.
I looked very
What,
different. Nothing.
bruh? Bruh, she actually cute, bro. Like, bruh. She's actually cute, bro. Like, she's not like ugly or crazy. You feel what I'm saying? What happened? I need to
Nothing
know.
on me, really. Nothing at all. Besides a few tattoos, but
Yeah. So where did your life go after you decided to not do college?
So the thing is, I did go to college. My dad paid for my first semester. I went for less than a week. And it's funny because I actually quit because, they do the thing when you first start, oh, what do you want to be after college? What do you want to be? I was in 2 years for basics, just saying. I was like, I gotta do 2 years basics and then 3 years nursing school. Like, what is this? So they went around the classroom. They asked everybody, well, what do you want to be? Everybody said a nurse. Like, two kids said doctor, lawyer. And I was like, I'm literally about to sit here in this class with kids and say I want to be a nurse. I'm going to be put in this box, in this hamster wheel that I literally do not want to live in. I literally said I was going to say a nurse, but I don't want to be the same as everybody. I was like, how do I drop out? And I dropped out like that moment. Never went back. Had to hide it from my dad for a whole semester. He was so mad. But I couldn't do it.
And how do you support yourself now?
So now, currently, I'm a dancer and I do OnlyFans full time. Both are full time jobs. People think it's just side. It's just, well, that's not real money. It's nothing. And I mean, it's supported me. It almost came to a point where there was a point when my dad looked so down on what I was doing. Like I had to kind of move out. He didn't agree with it. He had a really toxic girlfriend at the time, so I couldn't live there anymore. She was kind of abusive and stuff, just mentally, and they were just toxic, so I had to move out, and he knew I was dancing. He didn't like it. I got my first apartment in downtown Houston, and yeah, it's pretty pricey, but what I do is, I don't know, I like what I do. My whole family knows what I do, actually. My grandma, my aunt, everybody. My grandma shouted out my OnlyFans sometimes too.
You're clearly just the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, that's what they like to say. I do have 2 little sisters, and they're still young, so I don't want them to follow in these footsteps. Though I'm not recommending this to anybody.
So you're working at a strip club, I take
yeah,
it?
yeah, I'm working at a strip club, but it's really hard for me right now because they
I would
make
think
me.
having all this body modification makes you...
No, they make me cover up my face tattoos. I have to cover them up every night. Like, I have to use this really thick foundation on my skin, and every time I work, I have to cover them up. And Houston's just not really good for dancing right now. It's really bad. I don't know why, but I want to try Vegas. I want to try here in California, but it's something about the face tattoos, and that's so surprising because
you also have the eyes.
Yeah, I have my eyes tattooed. Yeah, people think they're contacts. They're not contacts, and I have my teeth fanged. So, yeah, it's sad because nowadays you would think that just with the way the world is, like, modifications are so common, they're so normal, but strip clubs, they don't really allow that. So I'm able to express myself more on OnlyFans. Like, I want to say I make more on OnlyFans than I do dancing. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
What is it that got you to do all this tattooing and piercing? And
so what it really was, how I said I had a good childhood. I had an amazing childhood. Love my family, amazing family. But I got into a toxic relationship from 18 to 21, and this man, like, destroyed my whole mindset, everything. He took my phone. He would beat me. He would hurt me, and I wasn't that person the way I looked before. That every day was a daily reminder that that's who he wanted me to be. He wanted my hair short, blonde, cut like that. He didn't want me to have any tattoos. He wanted me to start removing my tattoos. Believe it or not, he made me get his name tattooed, but I cut it out. But he said he would leave me if I didn't tattoo his name, and then I did it, and then he said it was a test, you're so stupid, and then he made me cover it up. So
what?
Yeah, and then he was trying to make me start getting them removed, and then eventually I had a nanny job. That's what I was doing from 18 to 21, and then after 21 I started doing OnlyFans. Right on my 21st birthday, I went to the strip club, and then I started dancing, and then OnlyFans. But before that, I was a nanny. I was a nanny to 2 families. I made less than like $400 a week from my 2 jobs. I was giving all my money to him for no reason. He had 2 kids. He said it was for his kids, but slowly, a year or 2 added up, he had accumulated, taken over $10,000 from me. And I couldn't take it anymore. I went to my breaking point. He broke my phone. I had nothing. My dad told me, you have to move out if you're gonna be with him. And I hit my breaking point to where I had to leave him. And then after that, I got into the dancing.
I feel you, bro. I'll never tattoo nobody either.
And I was able to support myself.
But do you think all this modification you've done is a reaction to that relationship, or is it something you just always had in you?
I want to say it's almost, I've always had it in me. I always said since I was a kid, I would want to be tattooed. I always wanted to be, but I didn't know what that meant to me. I didn't know I was going to do this to my face. Interestingly enough, I want to say I really did my face after my own father, his business kind of crashed a little bit. Love him to death, but his business crashed a little bit, and he had to borrow money from me. And at first I was like, wow, you need to borrow money from the daughter you said will never be nothing, will never be anything, the way I look, ugly, trashy. And after that, I was kind of like, society doesn't mean, you don't have to go to college to win in life. You don't. They want you to think that in school, but you don't. But I don't knock college. Anybody that wants to go to school. But after that, I was like, I'm gonna express myself however I want. And after that, I started loving myself so much after I did this.
Really?
Yeah. There was no self-love before. I really hated myself the way I used to look. And I would, why I did my eyes, almost a reason, I would look in my eyes and I would see my ex. I would just see what he wanted me to be, and I didn't even want to look at my own eyes anymore. I just wanted them like gone in a way. And I discovered eyeball tattooing, eyeball injections. It's very dangerous if you get it done by the right person. It's pretty nice. It doesn't really hurt or anything.
You're talking about the eyes?
Yeah, the eyes. There's really no pain in it. It's very expensive.
It's permanent?
It's permanent. It's forever. It's gonna last the rest of my life.
You can't even get it removed like the ones on your face. If you wanted to, you could get them removed.
Yeah, if I wanted to get my face tattoos removed, I definitely could.
But the eyes are...
The eyes, they're forever. Wow. Can't change them at all.
You do that all for a nigga.
Interesting decisions you've made.
Interesting, yeah. People always ask, will I regret it? It's one of the biggest asked questions. Why regret it? Will I regret it when I'm older? The thing is, I don't want to be cliche, but I don't live life thinking I'm going to regret things, because you only live once, and I don't personally want to live my life looking like everybody else on the street. I don't want to look like that. I want someone to look at me and question me. Why does she have that butterfly in her head? Why does she do this? It's healthy to ask questions, but if I'm just someone that's just, you just pass by on the road, I don't want to live life like that.
Would you describe the other parts of your life as fairly conventional, or are you nonconformist across the board?
Meaning like?
I mean, like the kind of relationships you have, the lifestyle, you know, where you live, the lifestyle you lead.
So I want to say I feel like I live like a fairly boring life. I have
no drugs.
No drugs involved in my life. I did synthetic marijuana one time when I was 14 years old. I had a seizure and I had to go to the doctor and they diagnosed me with bipolar depression, PTSD, anxiety disorder. They wanted to put me on medications.
Yo, Murder, what's good with you, bro?
When I was 16.
Welcome in, my nigga.
But they made my body hot and it scared me. So after that, I
shit crazy, man.
Again, so
and do you have bouts with depression, anxiety, anything?
Every day. To this day, I still have chronic depression, anxiety, but I just live with it. I have my cats. They help so much. I don't look towards drugs or alcohol because my mom and my dad were both alcoholics. My dad had like 5 DWIs, bless his heart, but he owns a business now. He's great. My mom, she's in a wheelchair now, actually. She got really sick 2 years ago and she lost her legs and it got her off the alcohol really. So she doesn't really drink anymore, but I told myself I didn't want to end up like that ever. And just, I couldn't become an alcoholic or a drug addict. So people wouldn't think, but I'm pretty straight edge. And as far as relationships, I kind of like swore off relationships now. The last 2 I was in, one took $10,000 from me. The other wanted money from me or they didn't want to be with me anymore because they think I got it like that. And that's not what you should be like in a relationship. So
are you happier now than you were before you did all this stuff?
Definitely 100% more happier, but depression doesn't care if you change your looks. It doesn't care if you have money, it doesn't care where you live. It'll follow you as long as it wants to. So it's a battle, but I have my little baby cats, so.
That's crazy, bro. Woo! Would you ever date a girl like this? What if she was bad, you feel me? Titties, ass, all that. She kind of looked thick, bro. But she just got all that motherfucking like, oh, bro, that shit wild. Upside down butterfly, nigga shit. Oh, man. Black eye tattooed. Oh, my goodness. The real thing that got me can't do the teeth, bro. Y'all see my teeth, right? So what do I look like dating someone like her that got teeth like her, bro? They'll be like, nigga, how the hell did y'all make it work? You feel me? I would hurt to buy my shit off when we do it. I feel you, bro. I was thinking the same thing.
I would not be where I'm at right now.
I'm like, bro,
maybe
how does she even
smoking
fake
weed when I was 14 and getting all these symptoms from it and being diagnosed
she gotta be
with all
extra
this traumatic
careful.
Stuff? Yes, but I wouldn't be where I am in my life if I didn't do everything I've done up to now. And I believe where I'm at is the best place I can be in my life right now.
And you wouldn't consider all these things you're doing as self-destructive. Many people would watch this video and say, oh, yes. This girl's self-destructive.
Yes, they would say that. No, people say it's self-destructive. They say you don't love yourself. And they say, what happens when you get older? And I'm like, what do you mean? We're all gonna get older. You're gonna have wrinkles, I'm gonna have wrinkles, but I'm gonna look cool and have wrinkles. Like, what?
I'm
you're
gonna look cool.
You know, it's pure self-love. There's no destruction in this at all. I did this because I love myself, because it's a part of me now. And I'll continue to get tattoos. I'm not done. I'm gonna cover my whole body. Done with my face for sure, but I have many more to get.
Is it some kind of, I'm trying to break it down as to what motivates you to do it? Is it a call for attention or just to be different or?
So
misunderstood?
Definitely not a call for attention. It's for myself almost, because to me, tattoos are
her
so
ex-boyfriend
painful.
fucked her
They're
up,
the most
bro.
painful things you'll ever get, to me, honestly. It's almost like an accomplishment after I do them, and I just don't like seeing a body that I can see on the street a million times over. I don't want to be copy and pasted in any form of my life.
He's like, would you hit though? Bruh, the thing is, bruh, she don't even look ugly, bro. That's the thing. If you could move the freaking, like, the teeth, bruh, the teeth is like the worst for me, bro. Like, I can't stand a woman with bad teeth, bruh. Like, they don't gotta be straight like mine, you feel me? They ain't gotta be as wide as mine. I'm not saying they have to be exactly like mine or better. I'm just saying, like, it can't be too fucked up that I can't bypass it. Like, hers is like, bruh, I don't think I could bypass it, bro. Eyes is like, damn, that shit would be crazy, bro. Yeah, the face. Bro, the thing is, I can kind of bypass the face tats for me to hit. You feel me? I can bypass that. It's just the eyes and the teeth, bro. The eyes and the teeth. Her body don't look bad, bro. Don't look like she fat. You feel me? Look like she in shape, like, fairly well. She look pretty thick sitting on that chair, bro. You feel me? She got some hips. She look pretty in shape, bro. That's the fucking teeth, bro. Oh, my goodness.
And that's kind of how I feel. Like,
word, I see.
We all come out. It might sound dumb to some people, but it's like we all come out looking the same. I don't want to look like that.
She's so worried about people look. Bro, she's so worried about people telling her that she looked the same as other people, bro. It had to be the ex-boyfriend that's told that to her, bro. She said that how many times in this interview? She's so worried about looking like other people, bro. You're not gonna look like other people, bro. You did look like other people. You look like you. Bro, ain't nobody look like Justin Bless, nigga.
It's been a couple of years now that you've started doing this.
Yeah, only 2 years that I've completed basically the whole transformation that I really wanted to complete.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
Yeah, I did my face like a week ago. I just did the other side of my face like a week ago. I did this about a week ago, and then I just got a little sphinx in my palm like 3 days ago. So sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, I want to tattoo like my tattoo artist. I told her one day, I woke up and I was like, I want you to tattoo my face and I don't care what it is. And she just tattooed this huge sword on my face. So yeah.
She wild.
How have you changed from the modifications you've done?
In what way?
I mean, like, I'm sure you get different reactions from people. I'm sure that affects your life in some way.
Yes, my grandma, I love her to death, but she's so Christian. She's very Christian.
You remember your song "Life Is Good"?
Good,
yeah.
Are you
good.
testing the
We's good.
conformity and
Bitch is good. Good, yeah, bro. That's one of my favorite songs I ever made. That's funny you remember that, bro.
So interestingly, people aren't very open there. I go into some place, someone notices me, someone stares at me for a long time, and I almost like it because I want people to almost be offended. I don't know why, but because it's like, you shouldn't be offended. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Actually, I had an instance the other day. I was in a CVS. A woman, she was on the phone with her friend. I was minding my business. I don't even know what I was getting. She was on the phone with her friend and she said, there is this girl standing right next to me and she looks like the ugliest demon I've ever seen. Like, this girl looks like a straight up ugly demon. And I said, excuse you? I said, what are you talking about? And she was like, you know you're gonna go to hell. Like, why would you do that to yourself? You look like a demon. And I said, ma'am, God says thou shalt not judge. I said, you're gonna see hell way before I do. Like, I love that because you can't judge somebody. You just can't judge them. You really can't. You don't know what's behind this. Like, people don't really know that behind this, like, there is a lot of pain and hurt. I did this because I love myself. So they're just judging the outside. They're not judging my soul, which is what really counts.
She got what, bruh? She dropped some bombs right there, bruh. That's some facts, bruh. She did say some facts.
What are you afraid of?
Oh, what am I afraid of? I used to say monsters. I used to be afraid of monsters. To this day, I still don't sleep in my bedroom. I'm scared of things. I don't know. People are like, well, you look like the monster.
Where the hell do you sleep then?
But I'm scared.
You sleep on the couch with a TV on?
Some people are the scariest things ever.
And that relationship kind of reinforced that.
And that's actually kind of why I got the butterflies. I have a lot of butterflies. I'm gonna continue to get butterflies because people are some of the most. So what it is butterflies. They're so beautiful. They're so pretty. I love looking at butterflies. We have butterfly museums in Houston. Love those things. But what people don't really know is that their anatomy on the inside, what they really are, they're really gross. They eat vomit. They eat spit. They eat each other after they mate. There's just a bunch of other things about them that's just really weird. Like, they die after like a few days or a week. And I kind of look at people like butterflies because on the outside they can look so beautiful and so pretty, but on the inside, they can be some of the ugliest people in the world, and you wouldn't know, monsters. So. And
you're trying to be the opposite of that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's almost like I look like the monster on the outside, and on the inside, I'm the beautiful butterfly.
She seems like she got good energy too, bro.
Is this like the happiest point of your life right now?
I would say right now I'm at the happiest point in my life, but I'm also at the lowest point. I struggle very bad with depression. It's so bad. It's hard to even wake up some days. So it's like one of those things. I have everything I could ever want. I have an apartment. I have beautiful cats. I just bought a new car. I have a loving family, but it's like depression doesn't care. I still don't look forward to things. I'm not happy. Some days I am. I have bipolar depression. I have bipolar disorder. Some days I'm so up here and then the next day I'm down here. So, but I would say right now in my life, this is exactly where I need to be. So that's why I'm happy.
Yeah. Does doing sex, OnlyFans and the stripping, that could undermine a woman's happiness? Yeah.
So I know I can't do it forever. And there are days I wake up and I'm crying my eyes out because I'm just so depressed. I'm so sad and I have no idea why. And a guy wants a video of me doing explicit things, and it's like he'll pay me $100 for the video or whatever, and it's just like I almost have to be a sexual being 24/7 because that's what it is. That's my job. If I'm not going to make money.
Does that get to you?
A lot, because it made me realize, like, another thing why I wouldn't even really want to be in relationships. There's so many
I have a good
married
one.
men on my stuff, so many people that ask me, oh, how much for this, how much for that, and it's degrading, but I asked for it in a way. But I'm successful at it. If I wasn't successful at it, I wouldn't be doing it. So it is a really good thing, but there's also so many down parts about it, even with dancing, because it's like I have to go and actually be touched by people and sometimes not make a dollar, and then I have to go home and be 24/7 by messages 24/7 on my OnlyFans, and I have to respond because they pay me. So do I want to do it forever? No, but I'm saving up as much as I can, and I'm gonna hopefully figure out before I'm 25 what I'm gonna do. Maybe invest. Maybe I will never conform to a regular job, though. I'll never do that.
Do you long for a relationship with somebody who just accepts you and loves you as you are?
You know, I do, actually. I really do. I just got over another really bad relationship about 2 months ago. He was 34 years old, but he literally stole my Xbox, and he
What?
told me if I wouldn't give him money, he wasn't going to stay with me. So it's really sad. Like, I feel like I'll never find it almost. I feel like it's just a different world we live in now. And even if they do, I just don't feel like some people are very committed and want to be with one person forever. But I do hope to be loved in the future by somebody.
Do you have friends?
Small group. I want to say I have 1 or 2 friends, and
That's all you need, though.
Huh?
That's all you need, though.
It's all you need. It's all you need. I have my family. What I look at friends is like, if we can't benefit each other and be on the same level or above me, then why are we in each other's lives? I don't party, I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't do any of that stuff. So I would rather have someone that uplifts me, that can help me reach higher goals in life, than people that are just below me and have nothing to really offer me. So
Do your friends understand you or get you?
yeah. The ones that are really in my life, like they're there always. But
And are they alternative like yourself or no?
they're kind of in the scene, but not really like me. They're just like, honestly, it's literally 2 people. It's only 2
Yeah,
people.
that's okay though.
Yeah,
There's
so
nothing,
it's like,
nothing to be ashamed of. Though.
yeah, but besides that, family. So
No, but
it's like,
if they're squares basically or look like that,
yeah,
but they understand you, I
Yeah.
think that's
Oh, yeah.
it's beautiful.
just my whole family too. They all no crazy tattoos or anything, but they love me, and they go by, God says don't judge, so I'll never judge you, because they know my heart. They know the person I am. So yeah.
Whew.
So there was nothing in your childhood that really no trauma that may have led to something like this?
So I think I almost forgot to mention, I'm not gonna really mention any names or anything,
She
but
do look
when I
wild.
was younger, there was an app called Seeking Arrangements. I'm sure it's still around, but you can get like sugar daddies and things like that. So when I was in high school, I kind of wanted to like help my family out and stuff a little bit. So I would go on dates at 16, 17 years old, because I was able to lie on the app, and I would do these dates for money. 16, 17 years old, skipping school, high school, and
These are sexual favors?
I would say something like that.
And
Yeah.
This is something you did on your own, or
It was
somebody led you into it?
so it was more on my own, but influenced, that kind of like, it's not bad to do it. No one was really, because I kind of kept it from most of my family, but some people knew and wasn't really let out of it, to where, you know, I was like let out of it, because no one was really strict on me. So I kind of skipped school a lot, and I would do these things and make the money, fast money. And I think that's also kind of why I'm like so
Ooh, she look different.
desensitized to like the sex industry now, because I kind of did it at a younger age, and I did it kind of up until I was 18, and then I got into the bad relationship. You know, fast money, quick money, but it's gone now. Like, so fast money like that, it wasn't worth it. Did it mess with my mental health a little bit? Yeah, in a way. Was it a little traumatic? Yeah. I just try to grow from it now, for sure. Because it was, when I think about it, like now I'm like, oh my gosh, I was 16 doing that with like doctors and lawyers, and I was literally skipping school, getting truancy, like, and you know, I mean,
That's
I was
crazy.
taking care of my little sisters too. I would help them out. So it was like, it was good money, but I had to stop after a while. But I wouldn't say it's the leading factor to why I did all this to myself. I would say it's almost something that kind of gave me thick skin and made me a stronger person, to not be so weak.
Mhm.
So I would say,
Your mom was an alcoholic, your dad was too?
yeah. So my mom,
So having both parents as alcoholics probably...
so my mom
Yeah,
was
that's
an
pretty
alcoholic,
tough.
dad was an alcoholic. My dad traveled a lot. He wasn't in my life as much. me and my dad are really close now. Me and
Your
my
parents
dad.
divorced?
Yeah, my dad and my mom divorced when I was 1. They just couldn't do it. And then my mom has 2 other daughters with 2 different men. One of them died. One of my sister's dads died. And then I currently have a stepdad now, and he takes care of them as of now. So
You're the oldest?
I'm the oldest, yeah. I have a 19-year-old sister and a 14-year-old sister. And I try to help my 19-year-old sister out as much as I can. She's like my daughter, because she's just, I don't want her to go on a bad path, so I try to help her out as much as I can now. Just try to like lead her in the right ways, not to what I'm doing, but just in a better path than me.
You must get crazy interactions with people, encounters with people, right?
So I would say I do. Mostly online, sure I do, but at the club, for sure. People at the club.
It's a spooky one. What's good with you,
really
bro?
Gross sometimes. Like we have $5 Tuesdays. It's like $5 dances, and you know, a $20 dance fully nude. Like we do everything. And
what? $20
oh my
dance
gosh,
fully
these
nude?
men, I really, it's really gross. Like, so I'll be giving a dance, and they'll literally try to stick their tongue out and put it all up in my private parts. And I literally always call them out, and I'm like, you know, I could have a disease, right? Like, you don't know who I am. And they get so scared. And I just think it's so funny. Like, these people, and like, even when I'm on stage dancing, they will try to straight up stick their fingers all in your crevices. And I'm just like, what? And then I have to still go home and deal with people wanting videos of me, like, putting multiple things and doing all these crazy things. And it's like, it's a different life. It's a different life, because I feel like it's almost like I'm not like this crazy sexual being. Like, I'm really not. Like, on the inside, I just want love. Like, if I was with
Then
someone,
why
I
you
really just
there
want love
then?
and cuddles. I'm not all about this crazy stuff, but people look at me and think,
So I
oh,
usually
I'm so
like
extreme.
girls with
I must love
tattoos,
all
but this
this
ain't
and
it.
saying
But she
stuff that
not
I
it.
don't.
She
So
not it.
I
Why
have to
she not
face
it, bruh?
every day. It's acting. I'm a good actor.
You ain't feeling the eye
It's almost like
tattoos, bruh?
what you've done to your body and all that is just a statement against judgment
Exactly.
and our preconceived ideas about each other.
She said
Exactly.
$5
Absolutely.
Tuesdays, bro.
What has all this taught you? Everything you're going through, everything you've been through about life. What have you learned?
What have I learned?
Cut your balls off
What has
type
this taught
crazy.
me? That, one, it's cliche, but don't ever judge somebody. Don't ever judge somebody. Don't ever tell somebody they can't be something. Don't sit there and say, because you look one way, you can't do something, because I've more than proved that I can do anything and be anything, even looking like this. So I say peace and love every day. I say it to everybody. I talk it, I speak it into existence. I don't speak negativity into the world. I don't talk hate on anybody. So I would say we all just need to be kind to one another, and everyone just needs to be nice, because this world can be so cruel. So I would just say, it's all love in this world, and
Won't she
that's
look
what we should all
wild
be.
crying,
Even
bruh?
if I look crazy and like a monster or whatever, I'm all about love, and
I think judgment is an interesting thing.
it is.
Because it, certainly if you read the comments on a lot of the videos on this channel, you can see everyone loves to judge. They seem to be addicted to it. I believe it's an addiction.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's something that somehow it makes us
Damn.
feel better about ourselves, or
Oh, yeah.
it's an attempt to make us feel better
Oh,
about
yeah.
ourselves,
I had a whole
or to put someone else